Saz, here's to your 40th. I couldn't be any happier to have you as a customer and friend. And thank you for all the good years of entertainment, as only you can entertain us at State Fair, at the State House, and all your other locations. And by the way, the night of this event says, when I say final, it's the final finals.
Says, Mike said it all, and there's only one thing to say. If there was anything else that could happen to you at 40 years, it's just to be Italian. Love you, my man. Cheers.
Hi, Saz. You've been great to me for 20 years. Thank you for every gig you've ever given me, from the crazy Packer parties at Lambeau with Sigmund Snowpick when we were the Bluebirds, to the fantastic times at the State Fair with the Mods. I'm so proud to be a part of the Saz family. Thank you for everything, Saz, and happy anniversary.
Happy 40th anniversary, Saz!
Hi, Saz. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. You truly are the finest.
Greetings, Steve. Congratulations. 40 years. Wow. Wow. I can actually remember those first summer nights at the Round Bar. You, Homan, and Saramer, all in that tiny back bar. Man, the beer used to flow out of there. What a gas. And not unlike now, many nights jam-packed shoulder to shoulder, just trying to get another beer. Sure has been a great ride these last 40 years. The times we spent together up north with some of the greats. Babe Lehman, the King of Milwaukee. Jay Brentlinger, sipping on a nice jar. Val and Judy, David Tice and brother Jerry. Jerry telling us if he knew this was going to be such a fancy dinner, he'd have put in his Saturday night teeth. And talking about dinner, wow, all those great dinners. The fantastic food with some of the great chefs in the Burns Center. All the New Year's Eves. The Memorial and Labor Day beach parties. Nancy's dad, Kenny, with the blowtorch on the side of beef. All the ribs and corn, the steaks and chops, all of it just fantastic. Fantastic. You've done such a great job the last 40 years growing your business. Everything you've done has just made Saz's better and better. And you've surrounded yourself with some of the great people. People that take pride in what they do and take pride in who they work for. Great job, everybody. And your family. You definitely hit a home run there. Nancy is the pick of your life. You may have taken a while to tie the knot, but the best things come to those who wait. Nancy, Casey, Steffi, Nolan, Motts, Sherman, Faye, Ellie, Ribs. You are blessed, man. And one more thing, just so you know. Singing at your wedding was one of the proudest days of my life. Lastly, I have to say, in 40 years, you've amassed the greatest list of friends anyone could imagine. It's as good a group of people anywhere, and I'm proud to be part of it. And here's the thing. Your group of friends is who they are because they've known you, not the other way around. You are the kindest, most caring, most generous, fun-loving, and that's why your friends are who they are. I'm proud to know you and be your friend. Congratulations again and enjoy. The finest.
Morning, Saz. This is Billy, your old buddy from State Fair Park. I just want to come in here and congratulate you on your 40 years, and I'm not surprised at all. A class person with class people that are working with you, that's mighty fine. And I want to be sure and remind you of two friends that I'd like to have with us that have passed on, Jack Denton and our old buddy that's been close to us for a long time, Dave Barzak. I also want to thank you for the fact that you had enough faith in me at the Fair Park to be the second person to build a stand at the Fair Park. Really appreciate that. We had a lot of fun together, a lot of stories to tell. One I can think of, well, we spent quite a bit of time on this one, very serious, and we both agreed that there's no way you can drink yourself sober. Let me tell you again for the last time, thank you for being a friend. God bless you, and may you have another 40 years. Bye-bye and roll tide.
Hey, Saz, happy anniversary. 40 years, man, you earned it. You did it the old-fashioned way. You earned it from square one. You learned from your partners. You put together some teams. The team you've got now, Kurt, Casey, Joe, second to none. No reason why you can't do another 40. I'd like to thank you over the years for not only your business, but most importantly, your friendship. Best of wishes. Go for another 40. Thanks.
We can do that on camera too.
She's got us going already.
Are we ready?
Ready?
We love you, Saz, Saz, Saz. We love you, Saz, Saz, Saz. We love you, Saz, 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 Saz.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, I forgot.
Saz, congratulations for 40 years. You and I go back to the 60s, and I remember the first night that this place was open, Babe was the doorman in his tux, throwing people out and letting people in. And I remember your girlfriend at the time, I think, soon after that, you got a call from her. She said, come on over, there's nobody home. So you went over there, guess what? There was nobody home. She didn't give you any respect, I remember that. Anyway, congratulations again, and I've been here from day one, and I'm hoping to be here until the last dog dies. Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Congratulations, Saz, on your 40th anniversary.
40 years. You know, I have a story about Saz's.
Okay.
You were there for it.
I was?
I threatened to kill Steve True in that building.
Oh.
I didn't kill him. It was just a threat, just so you know.
That's such a pleasant memory.
You should have seen him begging and apologizing. Don't kill me, please. We used to be on the menu there. Are we still on the menu there?
In 1976, Steve Jobs helped start Apple Computers. He said, we started out to get a computer in the hands of everyday people, and we succeeded beyond our wildest dreams. In 1976, Steve Sazama opened Saz's Steakhouse. He said, we started out to get a beer or drink in the hands of everyday people, and we succeeded. That's right, Saz's started, and in 1977, I had my first bottle of beer in a bar. I was not of age at the time, Saz. I apologize. I was only 17 at the time. But anyways, I apologize for that. I've known Saz for many, many years. Matter of fact, in 1985 or 1984, Saz was my customer. I was a radio rep at WLPX, the old 97 Rocks, Milwaukee. And I remember going to a sales meeting at WLPX with Terry Jeffords, who used to be a good customer of Saz's, God rest his soul. And Terry Jeffords asked, well, we need somebody to call on Saz's, to be Saz's sales rep. My arm, of course, immediately went up quicker than one of those pigs at State Fair Park. And from there on in, I met Saz. I've known him for many, many years. And matter of fact, the Singing Machine, if many of you know the Singing Machine, Steve York, Saz was probably the originator of what we know as karaoke. So for many, many nights, I think it was on Thursday nights, we enjoyed the Singing Machine at Saz's. So over the years, I would say I just appreciate meeting many, many friends through Saz. Steve, I wish you all the many, 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 many more years and great health and happiness to you and Nancy and everyone else. Here's to you. God bless. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the drink chips here. Don't leave home without. Don't ever leave home without your drink chips. It's kind of like an insurance card in your car. Don't ever leave home. Always have drink chips on hand. God bless.
Hey, Bobby Friss here, wishing Saz happy anniversary. One of the really good guys in the business. Known him over 30 years. Stand-up guy. He's always been more than fair with me and turned into a really good friend. Love you, Saz. Wish you all the best. I've learned not to try to keep up with you guys. It was probably one of our first shows at the State Fair Saz and Wojo and a few of his friends took me along, and we kind of toured the fair. And after our 5th or 6th stop at a beer stand, I knew that I was in over my head. These guys are professionals, but just super guys. Wish you all the best, Saz. Love you a lot. Thanks.
Saz, congratulations on 40 years. I hope you have many more. Thanks for all the great advice over the years, and here's to you.
Congratulations on the 40 years, Az. My name's Brian McIntyre. I oversaw the PR department for the NBA for over 30 years. And when Tom Inland informed me that your upcoming milestone was approaching, I thought I'd put in my 2 cents. Your establishment was one of the all-time favorites for a lot of coaches, players, media, and executives around the NBA. Destination spot whenever we went to Milwaukee. It was a trip out to Zaz's. I think the first time I was there was in the early 80s with Jack McMahon, the legendary coach for the 76ers, one of the all-time class acts in the league. We devoured several plates of ribs, and afterwards I drove him over to Gary St. Jean so he could join a few other coaches in watching the playoff game that night. That was the first time I was in Zaz, but it was hardly the last. Been there at least a dozen times in the intervening years, and enjoyed every single moment. Congratulations on 40 years. Here's to another 40. All the best.
Go. Happy anniversary, Saz.
Happy anniversary.
From St. Croix.
Hi, Saz. I remember meeting you 40 years ago when I was called in to inspect and license your tavern on State Street. I never dreamt that this little tavern would be many of first successful business adventures of yours. I also worked with you and your remodeling of the State Street store and also the catering operation. We continued to cross paths as you became involved in many community events, festivals, and of course Summerfest. During all this time, I always was confident that you would provide good service, quality food, and your establishments would always strive to meet the health codes. I do remember one day at Summerfest when I was with a TV reporter and a cameraman, and I was walking towards your stand, and you looked and you shook your head no, and I went to another stand, because I know at that time you were making mozzarella marinara sticks, and it would be quite a mess. So I took the entourage to another stand, came back later, and your stand was absolutely clean. Later that day, we went out for a drink and laughed about it. But over the years, I've seen many restaurant and operators come and go. You have survived because of your total on-hands approach and continued insistence that your employees maintain high quality in both food production and in service. I admire you and congratulate you for your success in all the 40 years you've been in business. Thank you, Saz.
Yes, congratulations on 40 years. You, sir, are truly the finest.
Hi, State Fair Sherry here.
And State Fair Mary Beth.
We're State Fair legends. Just want to say one thank you to Mr. Steve Sazama for all the fair memories and all the fair, God, everything. He's been the fair to us for many, many years.
We don't have enough time. They didn't give us enough time to start going through stories, but from every moment that I spent at the fair, Saz, you have been absolutely the finest. We have more things that we could say, probably some of them that we couldn't say on.
I was going to say, we have more that we couldn't say.
But anyway, congratulations on your 40 years. Thank you so much for what you do with the Governor's Livestock Auction. And I'll remember those nights that Sherry and me and a whole bunch of people at the pavilion watched the fair come down while we're sitting with pork.
We ain't leaving till we're heaving.
And that was pretty much true.
Love you, Saz. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, Saz. Damien from Beer Capital. I just want to congratulate you on 40 years in business. I wish you all the best in the future. I also want to thank you for everything you've done for Beer Capital and my family. I really appreciate everything. Got a great story. You might remember, you might not. My first year at the State Fair, 10 years ago, I made a mistake and did not put beer in Saz's Highlight Pavilion on the busiest Saturday of the fair. Just say you were less than happy with my performance that day. You came back there by us, you lit me up, cleared the room, even Old Man Greavy left. It's one of those moments where I took a look at myself and the people that helped shape my life, and you're one person, that's one moment in time that changed the way I do things, and I really appreciate it. Thanks and take care.
Hi, brother. Just wanted to add my 2 cents worth in congratulating you on the occasion of Saz's et al. 40th anniversary. Who would have thought that the purchase of a customer-less bar back in 1976 would develop into the various operations you have today? I remember going into what was then called the Hawley House after you told me you were going to purchase it, and seeing only a few customers at lunchtime. When I asked you about that, you told me that if everyone you knew who was out every night of the week came into your place just one of those nights, you could make a nice, comfortable living. At the time, I had no idea if that was right. The rest is history. As I remember it, you grew the business first by adding food in the bar, then Summerfest, State Fair, and other festivals, followed by retail products and catering. All along the way, being generous with both your time and treasure to charities, employees, and family. I know I always kid about not having a name other than Saz's brother, but I couldn't be prouder of that.
Ready to go? Okay. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Pep. Great job. Yeah. Oh, Saz, sorry. Saz, congratulations. Thank you very much. I worked for you quite a few years during your festivals. You were a great boss, gave us a lot of responsibility, treated us like adults. I appreciated that. It's helped us grow today. I think it is time to clear the air that it was myself and not Rob Westfall who drove your Ryder truck into the bridge of Menominee River Parkway and took the top off of it. So I tried to keep this a secret for a long time, but it was actually me who did that. So a lot of memories from Saz's, mostly at the fair, from singing up on stage with Torque to you fighting the Rapinas guy over space in the back. Had a great time. You've done a fantastic job. Probably your best accomplishment over the 40 years is landing your wife, Nancy. So congratulations. Keep it up. You're a class act.
Hey Saz, can you believe it? 40 years in business. Marcus Johnson and I would like to congratulate you on your success and thank you for everything you've done for Milwaukee. Great food, great beverage, and of course great fun. When I go to Summerfest or State Fair, the first place I go for fun is Saz's. And I'd also like to thank you for your great support of Bucks basketball over all these years. The season tickets, the fan buses, and of course, the catering. Saz, it's very simple. You're the finest.
All right, go ahead.
All right, we're good. Hey, Steve. Hello, Steve. Just talking about you like we normally do and looking at the picture with you in wings and a big tummy and thinking how much you haven't changed. So, looking forward to seeing you on your 40th. I was there for day one and I knew you were a kind guy because Levada kept her job when nobody else was available. So you're a good guy. We love you. You've employed our children, and then some. And then some.
Well, I got to have 19 years with you, and you made it another 21. So that's awesome. Who does that nowadays? So
yeah.
Congrats to 40 years.
And I'm just paying another bill here. No problem. It was a great party, but
and Terry would also say, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Hey Saz, how you doing? I hear you're coming up on 40 years of business over there on State Street, and I was asked to send a little memory I had about you for working for you for many years. And one thing I can remember is being the last of the 4 Leffler boys under your employ. You had a hard time remembering my name. And I remember one time you said, Chris or Bill or Dan, come over here, help me with this. And I said, God damn it, Nancy, my name is Dean. And from that point on, you always remembered my name. So congratulations, Nancy, on 40 years, and here's the 40 more.
I just want to tell a story about this guy that was one of the most famous bartenders in the city of Milwaukee, and he worked for a lot of great bars. He managed some, but he never had a place of his own. And many, many years ago, this little mom and pop tavern opened up on State Street. And in those days, Sads didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And the neat part of this is all of the guys that he worked for, some famous bar owners, co-signed on a loan so that Sads could buy this little mom and pop tavern on State Street. Well, the rest, as you know, is history. But the one thing I've got to say about Saz is he never changed. He's the same guy today that he was when he first opened that little bar, lived upstairs, and tended bar day and night to get this business started. 40 years later, he's a multi-millionaire, but he's never changed. He's still that great bartender and that great guy. And Saz, here's to 40 more years, buddy. Congratulations.
So hi everybody. Hi Saz. So I'm watching TV and I see the Dos Equis commercial with the world's most interesting man, and I think to myself, this guy's got nothing on my buddy Steve. Saz's list of accomplishments, as you all know, is just incredibly long and diverse. From the round bar to the restaurants, the festivals, the catering, the barbecue products, he's the guy that started all the shuttles to the Brewers and the Packers and the Bucks and Marquette. He's literally a Milwaukee treasure, I call him. There are lesser known accomplishments. Some of you may not know that he's a scratch golfer. Maybe a +1. We play a lot of golf together. He's laser-like off the tee, well into the 300-yard range. Until maybe 2 years ago, he was still with the Chippendale Dancers. I guess he said he had to quit because the gyrating was bothering his back a little bit. Seriously, the guy's the most generous man I've ever met in my life. The Luke Holman Golf Outing, the Variety Club, they come to mind, but there's many other charities and things that he gives himself and finances to. Then there's the fact that he's just a wonderful dad and husband. He's a great family man. I consider him one of my closest friends. And if he's your friend, you can consider yourself lucky. So congratulations, Saz, on the accomplishments over the last 40 years. And we've got about 40 more to make some good stories. Congratulations.
Hi, Saz. It's Don Smiley and all your friends at Summerfest. Saz, it's been our pleasure to work with you and your whole team for over 30 years. We'd all like to say congratulations on your 40th year in business. You run just one heck of an operation. You do so much for our community, and we're so proud to know you. We look forward to this summer 2016 for more Saz's famous mozzarella sticks and marinara sauce and all the other fantastic food that your whole team prepares for our customers. So we'd just like to say congratulations, happy 40th, and I'll see you on State Street.
Well, on behalf of myself and the Wisconsin Restaurant Association, I want to congratulate Steve Sazama on the 40 years that he's been in the hospitality industry, that he has graciously entertained and put smiles on the faces of so many thousands and thousands and thousands of customers, a model employer, a member of the community that gives back, believes in giving back to the community. He's been Variety Club and Boys and Girls Clubs and a variety of other things, supporting the Wisconsin Restaurant Association. Set a standard of hospitality that is hard to match. We watched him grow from a bartender, which is, you know, at the beginning, so many people in our industry do that, and to build this great business that he's built with catering and restaurants and retail and all the facets that he's brought to bear on the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin. A real ambassador for hospitality, a real example for others to emulate and to follow. And we're just proud to have him as a member. I'm personally proud to know him, and just wish you so much luck, and just God bless you, Steve.
Greetings, Saz. Reporting live here from University Park, Pennsylvania, on the day of the University of Wisconsin Badgers here in town. I just wanted to wish you a happy 40th anniversary. Missed you guys dearly. Looking forward to getting back someday and having a couple beers and shots with you. Really sad I'm not going to be there, but congratulations on 40 years of the finest. Go Badgers.
Hi Steve, how are you? And remember when we put in this bar, and remember the times where you didn't have any money, I didn't have any money, and all the fun we had. And remember when I met you at Goolsby's, and then we went out looking for places for you to buy, and we had some great times. And you've been a good friend, and I haven't seen you for a while, but I'll be seeing you soon.
Happy 40th anniversary, Saz, and thanks for putting the Cullen girls through college. Sure do appreciate that.
Hey Saz, Saint here in Kona for the All-Star break. You are still the finest. In 1979, I came to Milwaukee, and with Steiny, the big man, and Nellie, we made a lot of trips to Saz's. I'll never forget when you put the addition on. It was one of the greatest feed bags I've ever had in my life. Onward to the Nets, then to the Kings, then to the Warriors. Every single time we came to Milwaukee, we got the Saz's ribs, and of course I got 2 cases of the barbecue sauce for the plane. You are one of the greatest complainers to the refs I've ever seen in my entire career. All the best to you.
Hey, good morning, Zaz. It's about 3, 4 in the morning here. I'm about to go on the big stick, but I'm always thinking of you. Happy 40th anniversary from everyone here at Radio City. We've had a lot of good times over the years, bus trips. We brought the Beaver to Milwaukee. Let me rephrase that. We brought Jerry Mathers to Milwaukee. A lot of trips to Lambeau, but the things I remember most are just those afternoons sitting at the round bar or maybe going out to dinner and getting caught up on the hitters. You're a great friend, a generous guy, and asset to Milwaukee. We're lucky to have you. May you have 40 times 40 times 40 more years of being the finest.
Happy anniversary, Saz. I can remember when you had that vision of moving west, way out here, and everybody said stay downtown. And look what's happening. Everybody's coming out here to see you now. And people ask me, how would you describe Saz? And I said, Saz is kind of a Boy Scout. He's trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, thrifty for sure. And he has one thing that no other Boy Scout in the United States will ever have. He has his Miller Merit Badge. Happy anniversary, Saz.
Hi, I'm Miranda.
I am Leland.
And this is Hardy! On behalf of Variety, the children's charity of Wisconsin, we congratulate you on your 40th anniversary. We are so grateful to have you as our friend. We take our hats off to you and salute you for your many years of support. Thank you for making such a difference in the lives of children with physical disabilities.
Here's to 40 more years!
Well, Saz, congrats on 40 years. Going way back in time, I first met you in 1981 through our buddy Pep when I was at Pep's Place in Tulsa. Flash forward to 1985 when Pep sold Pep's Place. I came and joined you here September 6th of 85, as you know. So now going on 31 years. So by far the longest longevity. Is that the word? Could be that. Anyways, of course, you and I have seen a lot over the years. Too many stories to tell. But the main reason I'm here is because of you. And of course, all the staff we've had over the years. But pleasure working with you all these years. Look forward to maybe 30 more or so, which would get you to 100 years old. I'll be 85 then. So we're going to aim for that. So a pleasure to be here, and happy 40th.
As just a couple of memories I have of you. One of the most outstanding ones I have is Summerfest. And it was an afternoon, and you and Dennis Basie decided you were going to go down and watch Pork and the Vanna Ducks at the Old Style stage. Well, you came back about 3 hours later, and you're upstairs in the Miller VIP, and talking some kind of foreign language, and Dennis was talking some kind of foreign language, and Sig and I are trying to overhear you guys, and we can't make hide nor hair of what you're saying, but you both were saying, yep, that's right, I agree to that, or yep, they shake their head and then they'd say something, never knew what it was. All kidding aside though, Saz, you have your fingers in just about every charity in this town, and I think it's a great thing, and keep up the work, and thanks for your friendship. Go.
Hey Saz, Debbie Herrick here. Remember, I met Donnie at your place, and we don't have to mention and remind you that we got Heather from your cottage up in Woodruff, or that Molly, our second daughter, split her chin open on your bar, in the round bar. So I guess we've been intertwined in our lives for at least 40 years. Oh, and prior to Don, I was on the first bus to the Brewers game with Saz's when I was a brand new college student. 1976, all the way. Thank you. Love you. Go. Guys?
Hey, Saz, how are you? Congratulations. We kind of wish you were we were there with you, but we'd rather be here.
Have all the fun you want up in the snow.
Yeah.
We're
This
on the
is-
way to get a bucket of shrimp.
And a bucket of beer, obviously.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, 40 more.
Good job.
Congratulations on 40 years. I've only been with the organization since last March. However, one of my best memories was my first day when you had asked me about my kids, mentioned to you that I had 3 daughters, and you said 3 more weddings for Saz's Catering. You are a legend in the industry, the community. You have a wonderful family, great friends, great customers, and I'm very proud to be part of the Saz's team. Thank you for the opportunity, and congratulations on 40 years.
Hi, this is Jeff Keller, and this is my Saz's story. If the development of karaoke in America had a timeline, Saz would be right around the Big Bang. I walked into State Street in 1983, and I can honestly say that that visit altered the course of my life. There was a stage, a spotlight, and people getting up on stage singing their favorite songs, and I was immediately smitten. So I became a regular, started hanging out on State Street every Thursday night for a few years, saw certain hosts come and go. And one day, the host at that time came to me and said he was moving and he wanted to put my name into Saz's for someone to take over. And I thought to myself, why? But it ended up being a pretty good deal because I started doing the Singing Machine, Jeff Keller and the Singing Machine at Saz's in October of 1986. And it was a relationship that I enjoy to this day. We were there regularly from 86 to about 1994. Did Saz's in State Fair as well as the Depot in Waukesha. And built a career out of it. Cared for my family, and look back on it now as a really, really unique time in my life. The one thing about Saz's on State was it was such a unique experience that we were never able to recreate that same type of energy and the excitement anywhere else that we went. And I did hundreds of venues, thousands of shows. People could come to Saz's and rub elbows with local celebrities, professional athletes, and we were all there for the same reason, and that was just to be in that spotlight for just that couple-minute period. So if you look back on it now and see where karaoke is in pop culture, think back 30 years ago, and I'm impressed at Saz's abilities as a visionary and as just someone who recognized something that was unique, and it became part of our lives. So this isn't, I've got some funny stories of Saz, but this is more of a thank you. And my heart is full with appreciation for what Saz, the opportunity that Saz presented to me, and it is very much appreciated. So that is my Saz's State Street story, and we hope to see you at Saz's March 10th when we recreate the Singing Machine once again. Thank you.
Hi, Saz.
Hey, Saz.
Hi, Saz.
Hi, Saz.
Rick.
Congratulations on your 40 years of being in the business with Saz's. And I just want to personally thank you for your warm welcome when I started here at the Wisconsin State Fair and all the history lessons you gave me of what's happened here in the past, and look forward to our continued business dealings with you. And thanks again for all of your support for everything you do for us at the State Fair.
Oh, it's my turn. Saz, we're so appreciative of everything you do for us for the fair and the foundation, and I am personally thankful that you brought deep fried pickles into my life, and really love everything that we've been able to share throughout the years. And I always remember when I started at the fair, it was my goal in life to be on the Saz's menu because that's when I knew I had made it.
Saz, I want to thank you for participating in the Sporkies the last 3 years, but also I want to thank you for all the great food items that you provided at the fair. I have to read these because the list is so long. Deep fried pickled chips, bacon wrapped pork belly, deep fried brownie, hog logs, peanut butter bacon, deep fried Kringles, and of course sour cream chive fries and the mott sticks. Happy anniversary.
Hi, Saz, truly the finest, and you are the finest. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us and with us at the Wisconsin State Fair. You are amazing, and I'm sorry, but every time I think of you, I can't not think about the racing pigs. So thank you again for everything that you do.
Cheers to the finest, Saz.
Thanks, Saz.
Thanks, Saz.
Hey, Saz, Jim Taylor calling here. How you doing? Over 1976. That's how old I am now. I'm 76 years old. If I get 40 more years, I'll be very, very lucky. Some of the things I remember about Saz is the booze cruise. Remember those pictures of the beautiful staterooms you see in big sliding glass doors on these cruise ships? Ours was so small, I could be in the shower, I could sit in the shower and take a shower at the same time. The walls were so thin. Our next door neighbor was Gary Badura. You could hear him talk through the wall, but that's another story. I was your boss for a while at State Fair Park, and then you were my boss when I sold Saz's barbecue sauce with KJ. We got the Saz's barbecue sauce in Walmart. That was our biggest thing. But the best thing, I guess, about our whole relationship is that Saz, I consider you a good friend.
Congratulations, Saz, 40 years. That's absolutely amazing. You've been making people happy for 40 years. It's just not groceries with you. It was making people happy. Just think of all the people that actually met here and got married from meeting at Saz's. I hope I'm not around for your 50th anniversary, because going through the pictures for the last 40 years, it was painful to see how young we really were and how I look now. You've proven to be a great husband, father, grandfather, certainly a great friend, and you put a new meaning to the word of graciousness and generosity. It's just, it amazes me every time I see somebody talk about you and what you did for them, and you're such an unsung hero in so many minds. Loyalty is how I think of you, the most loyal person I've ever known. The people that walked the path with you for the last 40 years, they're still walking with you, and you've never forgotten anybody that got you where you are today. I got to tell a story, which you know. As a friend in the food service industry, I was always thinking about helpful ways to grow your business for you. Maybe you aren't going to say it was always helpful. Sometimes it proved to be costly. But I disagree with people that said that the shrimp at Summerfest wasn't a good idea, even though it was really difficult for production. And the grounds crew hated the shrimp shells that were laying in those spilled beer and the heat of the Summerfest, but it was all very fun. Too many stories to share, but one that must be told also is about the smoker I spotted at the Wisconsin Restaurant Association, and you and I were drinking way too much. And the salesman didn't want to haul the smoker out of there, so you made a good deal, a super good deal on the smoker, because in those days, the pulled pork was being hand pulled, and it was laborious to say the least. So you decided to put the smoker in at Grand Avenue so the employees down there could be working the whole time, not just at the busy times, and the smoker didn't fit through the door. So the cost of the smoker went up because you had to pay the mall prices to get the door widened to get the smoker in. I know that was, you were a lot of all-inners after that. I guess the best thing after anything was your idea and your vision. And being your friend, I'm very proud to have walked down that path with you the last 40 years. Love you, Steve.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Well, Saz has been very, very generous to me over the years and became a very good friend and still remains a very close friend today. I stepped in here about 1986, and Saz treated me like royalty and treated me as a true person, not just a number. And because of that, he has remained my friend. And being here with Saz's group, introduced myself to Jim, and Jim and I are still friends to this day, along with many others. And I will never forget the day I had to pull Saz aside and tell him that I was leaving. It was heartbreaking for me because he was so good to me. And he pulled him off. I pulled him off the side and into the kitchen, and I said, "Saz, I'm leaving. I got a sales job." And he said, "It's about frickin' time." And that was that. Jim?
I think you touched on it. Saz has been an integral part of all of our relationships. Back in the day when we were all tending bars, Keith, myself, Mike Santulli, Jamie Bowden, the whole crew. We have not separated friendships since then. Saz has been just a key part of maintaining our friendships, even though we've gone on to different parts of our professions. I came back and worked for Saz for a number of years after that. we still stay in touch. Saz's has been the key part of our relationships and continuing on since.
Great employer. Great employer. Here's to Saz.
Here's to Saz.
Little GM and the PM, Saz.
For a good BM and the AM.
Cheers.
Ba 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 dang a dang dang a ding a dong ding blue moon blue moon did blue 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 moon did blue 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 moon did ba 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 dang dang blue moon. We wish you had it on tap. The beer you have on is crap. It's our old farts version of rap. Blue Moon, it really goes good with dice. This is our Friday group's vice. We're glad you're so nice.
Hi, Saz, Nancy, and the entire staff. Thank you for 40 years of impeccable service, food, and beverages. From your fair favorites, the mozzarella marinara and pulled pork, to catering specialties like steak and lobster. You know, Saz, in addition to all of that, you've been a great humanitarian all these years. Helping kids, you've changed lives because of your involvement in Variety Children's Charity, State Fair Youth Foundation, Boys and Girls Club, just to name a few. So on behalf of those kids that you've helped, thank you. And here's to another 40 years, the finest.
Well, we got the email. Here's to Saz and 40 beers! Prost!
Great.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joel. I've known Saz more years than I care to admit to, and he was a manager of Major Goolsby's before he bought Saz's. And I knew him, he knew me, but not that well. But I got a call from him one day and said, I want to take you out and show you this place I'm going to buy, and I want you to do my advertising. So I want to do everything first class all the way. And he knew I had done stuff for Goolsby's sister restaurant someplace else with the manager, Tom Shepard. So he came out there. There was like this at noon hour. Could have been a Friday, and there was only one person in the place, and it wasn't doing well. And wound up buying it. We started doing some work together. Really informal basis of. I'd run a bar tab for a year, and I'd do stuff for him, and then we'd just say, okay, well, let's just call it even. But then as he got more prominent and we started doing things on a heavier basis, then we started just exchanging checks and kind of thing. So I've always been a great client. I've always been spoiled by the good clients I've had in advertising. He was just started out as something I did on the side because I worked for a big ad agency, a couple of them. And they all knew when I go to work for them. I said, oh, by the way, I have this little side account. And he said, okay, that's okay. And then for years, we did a lot of radio. And both Saz and I were radio homes. He listened to all the different stations. He knew as much about stations as a lot more than a lot of media buyers. So we did that. We did. He liked my humor, and we liked to do a lot of humor in the spots to make them more entertaining and interesting to the people. And we knew which stations we would be with. He was big on promotions. He did sports promotions at Goolsby's too. And the list of people we've had over the years do commercials for us. A lot of sports celebrities, but Don Nelson and Wayne Embry, and a whole list. A lot of Bucks we had on, and a lot of Brewer players when we were doing the Brewers, and they always got a kick out of doing the spots. And then one thing that's really good in advertising, if you're doing light stuff, is it's called kidding the sponsor, and we did that a lot heavy. And Saz was a good sport. He thought it was fun and funny, And so when we were right in our marquette spots with George Thompson and Steve the Homer True, and I mean, we had Kevin O'Neill, so he was the first coach that we did stuff with. And we did other coaches, Mike Dean and Bob Duquette, and lately Bods Williams, who just left. And they would always get their digs in to Saz. Well, I'd send him the scripts in advance, but he never really looked at them until we were at the studio, and then he would go. He's really good at shooting from the hip, so he's not fazed by anything. We had a lot of fun with that, and then there were memorable spots for, I don't know if it was his 30th or 25th anniversary, it might have been 25th. We got people from all over the country. Like I said, Don Nelson was out in California, and we got him on the phone, and he did a plug for Saz and a whole bunch of restaurant owners in town. Actually, would be competitors, but they all said their things about Saz. And now he might dispute this, but I came up with the finest, okay? Because I just noticed when he would meet somebody and he'd say, "How do you do?" and he'd say, "The finest." And I said, "Okay, that's going to be your slogan. That's it." And I had somebody to design his logo for him. And the angel was done by an artist at WISN, and he just came in and did a sketch of Saz, and that's the original angel. So anyway, the other thing about the promotions, anybody can put up a bar now with 12 TVs and call yourself a sports bar, but with Saz, it was tickets, it was sports talk, and you see a lot of sports people coming in here. So that's, to me, that was a real sports. It still is a real sports. So he's the finest.
Saz, a huge congratulations. This comes to you from a Norwegian and a Minnesota Viking. And I'm sure you're quite amused by that. You've come a long way, my friend. I've known you a long time, gotten to know you better recently, and I'm so proud of you for what you've accomplished. You're generous and you do a lot of good things. You took drinking in Milwaukee to a whole new level, and that meant a lot to a lot of people. Those of us that like to drink really appreciate that a ton. Your food has also gotten a nice reputation, but not about that today. Today we're about friendship, we're about being just a great citizen and a guy who improved and became part of the economy of Milwaukee by putting together something that is really, really special. And they know this place all the way up to Minnesota and down to Illinois. So you can be very proud of what you've done, my friend. And your friends and all of us are proud of you and wish you another 50 years of tremendous success. This being your 50th anniversary, because Vikings don't remember shit.
Especially because it's his 40th.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm ready for my close-up. Hey, Bingo, who goes on the February issue of Martha Stewart Living?
Cheers to the 40 years of the finest.
Saz's. Awesome. Happy anniversary, Saz.
The finest.
Saz, congratulations on 40 years. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Thanks for everything you've done. Cheers.
Congratulations, Steve, and the Saz team on the Big 4-0. I have to tell you, I'm addicted to your sour cream and chive fries, and I OD on them during our big Tosafest weekend. Here's to 40 more.
Happy anniversary, Saz. Congratulations on 40 years.
Saz, just want to say thank you very much for the opportunities over the years. We're very proud to be the Sazama's representatives here at the Marcus Center. It's an amazing opportunity for us, not only as part of Saz's hospitality group, but to be part of the synergy over here with Paul Matthews Group. And just really proud of the team and very happy with all the support that we get from Saz's for all our big events. And it's an exciting time to be a part of this company. So great job. 40 years is a long time. I'm sure you had a lot of naysayers as things were starting and getting off the ground. But you know, from the roots at the Round Bar to Green Bay and beyond, happy anniversary. Thank you.
Hi, Saz. Congratulations on 40 years in business. So happy for you. I'm so proud and happy to be part of the barbecue division for 20 years. Just wish you and Nancy all the best. Hank and I just finished a round up in Wickenburg, Arizona. Wish you could be here to play with us. So all the best, and just miss you a lot.
Okay. Hey, Saz, the Wisconsin State Fair Park Foundation owes you a huge debt of gratitude for not only the thousands of dollars that you have donated to it, but also the countless hours to which you have volunteered your time and talents. As the executive director, I feel incredibly fortunate to have you on our board, and we all look to you for your continued leadership and guidance. On behalf of those that have benefited from, volunteered for, and worked with the State Fair Foundation, congratulations on 40 fabulous years.
Hey, Saz, Crowbar here with the Havana Ducks. Just wanted to take a minute, my friend, and congratulate you on 40 years in business. What an accomplishment. It's been a great time hanging around with you in the summer, playing at the fair. Summerfest, we saw you many, many times. The Harley celebrations, anniversary celebrations. You were always great to us, and we always had a great time, and hopefully we'll have more great times together. We'll see you in March. We're coming up to play at the Saz's State House. Looking forward to that. And we'll see you at the State Fair again this year with the Havana Ducks. So anyway, I wanted to congratulate you, my friend, and take care, and we'll see you soon.
Anniversary, Saz! Mwah!
Hi, Saz. John Von Rieden. I just wanted to say thanks for all the years. It's been both personal and business. You've been one of the true, genuine guys. I can't thank you enough for all you've done for me personally. Thank you, Saz, and God bless you on your 40th.
Hi, Saz. Congratulations on 40 years.
Hi, Saz. Congratulations on 40 years of the finest.
Hi, Saz. You're the finest. God bless you.
Scooter!
Happy
anniversary!
40 years. Congratulations. Many more.
Well, I guess we read the email wrong. It's 40 years, not 40 beers. Well, Says, the Glockenspiel took up skiing this year. You didn't think it was downhill, did ya?
Hi there, Saz. This is Leroy, of course, and I am here in Tampa Bay in Florida, and got Tampa Bay here behind me, and the sun going down a little bit, a few palm trees, but I just wanted to make sure that I had a chance to say congratulations to you for being in business for 40 years. I mean, 40 years, wow. Boy, that went by fast. I mean, I can remember 40 years ago, just about 40 years ago, I was up at Pep's place with Mike Wilson, and of course you know Mike Wilson, and Mike says to me, he says, hey, did you hear about that place up the street, and you know Saz? And I says, no, I never really met Saz, but he says, yeah, he opened up the old Wally Erdman's up the street. And I said, really? Okay. And he says, okay, let's go there. So we ended up going up there, and there you were behind the bar, and there was the bar, that little bar at the time. Beer cases stacked all against the wall. I mean, the place was packed. You could barely move in the place. There was no new dining area there because that wasn't built at the time. So there was a little window right where the hostess station is that you could look out into the parking lot. But you just knew then that, you know, this place was really, really something special. And over the years, it proved to be something very special. And special, Saz, because you were the man. You were the man who was making it special. All the things you did to make it into a successful business, just unbelievable. And the people that I met over the years, and the people that would come there on a daily basis, I mean, it was just remarkable. And it continued to come there on a daily basis and be part of your place. Well, again, congratulations. I'm really, really proud to have been part of that. part of your place and to have worked there for probably 20 out of the last 25 years, and whatever little thing I may have had to do with your success. I am very, very proud of that. Very proud of that, more than anything else I've ever done in my life. And I continue to work for you, and each year it just gets better and better. And I just want to tell you, congratulations. Here's to you, and 40 more years of continued success. Let's hope. Cheers.
Hi, Saz. Liquid here. I can't believe it's been 40 years. Where did the time fly? I remember the first anniversary we had. No one remembered it, so I went down to Century, bought a cupcake, came back with a number 1 on it, and we celebrated your first anniversary. And then there was the 77 opening day. It's 80 degrees, no one cared about the game, and we all went to the game and all came back here, and I don't remember much of that night. And who could forget all our trips to Chicago with Big John Toohey and the Babe, and there was always the Saz Hound. Remember taking John Lonisak and Gene? We had to push the Saz Hound to get it started by wriggling. Well, that's just a few of the remembrances I have, and don't forget all the tailgates that we organized here. Could never have done it without you. Happy anniversary.
Hi, Saz. Luigi. 40 years. It's hard to believe. I know how old you are, by the way, because I was a sophomore at Market High when you graduated in '63. I guess if we're looking for fond memories, besides the wonderful restaurant all these years, is all the festivals and state fair. You employed all 4 of my children, by the way, and they're very thankful that you gave so many jobs to so many kids. I think that was just great, Saz. And I guess my fondest memory is at one year at State Fair. I worked for a couple state fairs, you might remember too. My wife did. All 4 kids, all 6 of us were working one state fair for you. So it was just great. So congratulations to you. And I don't care what anybody says, you're the finest.
Hello, Saz. Happy 40th anniversary. 4 decades. I represented the 80s, the good decade. Best staff in Milwaukee. Brewers were in the World Series. We had the Beer Garden, the Saz Hound. We actually cooked all the ribs in 2 little ovens. Started a catering business out of my station wagon. And now look at you. Well, you helped me too. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Hey Saz, congratulations on 40 years. It's hard to believe that I've been with you for just about half that time. You've been really inspirational. You've let us learn and grow on the job, and I can say it's been an amazing journey. Congratulations.
The finest.
Saz, congratulations on your 40th anniversary. You do not look a day over 39. But in all seriousness, you've been a great institutional partner on the West Side, but really you've been an institution in the city of Milwaukee. From your incredibly wonderful restaurant on State Street to all the wonderful barbecue sauces we find in our grocery stores. And of course, your impact on Summerfest and your placement there with your mozzarella marinara. You've been an institution to the betterment of our community. We're fortunate to have a corporate citizen like you, and really as a neighbor, someone who cares about the city of Milwaukee deeply and has invested your hard-earned money to make our city a better place. We're very proud of you as a citizen of Milwaukee, and we're very fortunate to call you one of our own. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary, and I wish you for many, many years to come. One of the particular memories I have certainly is with my wife, that we've gone to your place for many years for the wonderful barbecue, but also when we adopted our little girl from China. We brought her down there, and I can remember Maggie having her first bite into ribs and how much she loved that. And those are great memories you take with you forever. And you know, the fact that so many people can attest to the fact they met their spouses at your place, to making friendship at your place. The reality is there's just been so many good memories made at your place on State Street, let alone whether it be at Summerfest also and other locations where you cater. That's what makes our city great, but that's also makes why your business such a huge success. It's that not only that comfort food, but the great memories that we've all developed over these many years from being in your home.
Congratulations, Steve. 40 years, it's hard to believe. 1976, what a wonderful year. You hired 2 guys as your first couple of bartenders. One of them was me, Sid. The other one was Little Angel Pie. Jerry Holman. Who would have believed he'd turn into your brother-in-law? I got another friend along with us tonight. God love him, the King, Babe Lehman. We just wanted to all wish you the best. Congratulations. We love you, man. From Sid.
Yeah, that's what I need. We took the ambulance ride. Yeah, he's sitting in on Dean's in the back.
I've been recording this.
Oh.
That's going to be a part of your video.
Saz, Mike Zor here. Had a lot of great times working for you during the festivals in the late 80s, early 90s. Remember Jeff Keller, Pork and the Havana Ducks, cooking the ribs, dinners at Antonino's after all the events. You were a wonderful boss, a great man. I've really enjoyed participating in the livestock auction with you and Porktoberfest. It's been a great rekindling of our relationship. The one memory I do have was back in the day you had just purchased a brand new 3-bin self-cleaning fryer, and we used to have to transport them to all the events. And we had the Ryder truck rental, and we were driving and had to make a sudden stop for a car that cut us off, and the fryer went through the back door. And when it was all said and done, we called you up, and your comment was anyone injured? We said, nope. And he said, well, God damn it, it's just a piece of tin. No one was injured. And that is a testament to who you are. You value your people more than things. So congratulations on all your years of success, and I hope you have many more.
On behalf of Riverside Foods, our entire staff, and our ownership, we'd like to congratulate Saz on over 40 years of great service to the community, putting smiles on people's faces with awesome food and the finest service. Congratulations, Saz.
Hey Saz, this is Neil. I want to wish you a happy 40th anniversary. I'd like to thank you also for doing business with our company Schmidt-Kilbeck in Milwaukee for the last 32 years. We all know you're the finest, and don't barbecue without me.
Wait, you're supposed to ask me that.
You just go. My voice isn't in these videos.
Oh, well, I've been here 12 years. I enjoy working for Saz's because the people around me and Saz himself, a good guy. It's like working for a friend and not a boss.
1, 2, 3. Hello, Saz. From sunny Phoenix, Arizona, the Bowden family. Congratulations on 40 years. Remember JoJo?
Go ahead.
How you doing, Saz? I'm doing great. This is an old menu. It used to have a celebrity corner on it. It's got Doc and Queenie in there. I just want you to know I moved out here in 2011 and all the Joe Jets have retired here.
I have not seen a Joe Jet.
I've not seen a Joe Jet. Hi, I'm Bridget. I used to work for Saz and Pep's Depot. This is my mom and dad and Billy. There's 6 Bowdens and 5 of us worked for you. We had a blast.
Doc and Jerry. This is a young Christopher. I got one of the original shirts, Saz's Milwaukee Bloody Mary shirt. I started working for Saz somewhere around 78, 79 in the original building before the beer garden, before the remodel, and the basement was a mess. I worked with my brother Bill and Johnny O'Shea, and I also remember the original mozzarella marinaras. We used to roll them in the back room. I remember Patty Zizzo always called my mom Queenie. Used to say, Queenie's here. Last story, I think it was 1983, Saz, during opening day Brewers, Saz sent the Saz Hound to Doc and Jerry's house in Wauwatosa on 83rd Street. The big old Saz Hound showed up. Okay, you guys remember all this? Say the finest. 1, 2, 3.
The finest!
Saz, congratulations. Happy to see that you've made it this far and many more good years to come. I'm going to tell a story that you told me how to drink beer at the fair if you're going to be out here every day and last as long as the fair does. Number 1, never order the jumbo beer. Look at that and go, no, 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 no. Get rid of that right away. Number 2, always get the small beer. Number 3, when you're this much done with the beer, it's over. Otherwise, you'll never last as long as you need to last to get through the fair. So I've taken you up on that, and now today's world at the fair, this is what we sell. This works great. There's no more hiding this, or this. You never know how much is left. Thank you for those words of advice. It served me very well. Once again, congratulations.
Go ahead.
Hi, San. Happy 40th anniversary. I love you.
So saludos to Sazamas. Eat, drink, and be merry. And what's a little vodka martinis amongst friends at work? Cheers.
Hi, my name is Patty. I worked here at Saz's from 1976 through almost all of 1983. Steve and I worked together at Major Goolsby's, and he was the manager there. And when he decided to open up a place of his own, he asked me if I would come with him, and I said sure. There was one other hire. His name was Dennis Kazzy, and he is no longer with us. But the three of us worked all the hours for several months around the, it felt like it was around the clock. When he first showed me this place, I was rather shocked. It was nothing more than a dark, dingy, 3-room tavern. Mind you, that addition was not built for at least another 5 or 6 years. There was also no overhang over that round bar, and just finding a place to set down a glass or a bottle was really a challenge. Lunches were going well, and he eventually did take over the kitchen. We were serving, we had a taco night. We were serving Friday night fish fries and the illustrious Saturday and Sunday night Italian-style dinners that were prepared by Chef Riccardo Nascini, which is the first grown-up food that Steve started serving, and that all led on to his fighting for square footage and venues to serve his product. And it's just amazing what he's built here. It's like a mini empire. In retrospect, I just never really thought he was that clever. Kidding.
We've had the good fortune to know Saz and to work with him for almost 40 years. This has given us a good opportunity to view him and watch to see how he deals with everyone from employees to vendors to customers and friends. And you know what? He deals with them all in exactly the same way, with respect, with dignity, with fairness and honesty.
This gift he has with people has really allowed the restaurant to flourish and given wing to an entire group or family of businesses that Saz is today.
Yeah, and one of the great things about Saz is today he's the same genuine, caring person that he was 40 years ago.
So congratulations, Saz. We're so proud of you, and we're happy that we can call you a true friend.
Here's to another 40 years.
Cheers.
Hi, Scott and Tonette Walker here. We'd love to say congratulations to Saz's, and we've got a special story about it. It was back in the spring of 1992. I was out for dinner with a friend and hung out to watch a little karaoke, and you were out with a roommate at the time, right?
I was with my roommate. We were there having dinner, and karaoke was about to start.
And we went out to watch, and we never spoke. We kept looking across the bar at each other and kind of my eye contact, and eventually as the night went on, I think at one point there was someone who each of us didn't think was much of a singer, but when she got up, she was just spectacular, and we kind of looked at each other and were kind of embarrassed that we had chuckled at the person, yet had never talked the whole night. By the end of the night, the guy I was with said, "Boy, there's something between the two of you. You really need to talk to her." I had to get up early to work the next morning for work, so I grabbed a napkin off the bar at Saz's. I wrote down, "Forgive me for being rude, but if you'd like to have dinner sometime," and I wrote my name and my number, and I handed it to her. You actually almost threw it out, right?
I did almost think, I almost did throw it out because I thought it was his garbage on the way out, but it actually was a note that said, "In true Scott Walker fashion, forgive me for being rude, but I have to go to work in the morning. And if you'd like to go out with me, just call me." And so I had never called anybody before, but I did call him, and here we are.
About a week later, we went out. By August of that year, I think it was the 20th of August in 1992, we went back to Saz's on a Thursday night. And she said, "Why are we going out for a beer on a Thursday night?" Usually it was on the weekends. We went back to the same bar, and I said, "Hey, isn't there a friend of yours over there?" She went back to go look, and when she came back, I had a napkin just like that from Saz's on the bar that said, "Forgive me for being rude, but will you marry me?" And the ring was up on the top.
Yep.
Thankfully, you said yes.
Yeah, I did. I did say yes.
So we met at Saz's, proposed at Saz's. On our wedding night, we went back to Saz's dressed up in your dress and our tux, and We actually still have both of those napkins and the golden Valentine's, the heart pin that we got that was for Variety Club that Saz was selling at the time. And we've tried to go back at least once a year, ideally on our anniversary, to celebrate at Saz's. We love Saz's food. I love ribs. Every year at our Christmas party, we have ribs from Saz's, and we make our way not only back to the original Saz's, but to the State Fair and anywhere else we can get it. So Saz, congratulations on a wonderful history. Here's to good eating for many years to come.
Well, Saz, when they say the finest, you know what that means now. That's you. So here's to 40 years. Cheers!
There you go, Paul.
Hey, thanks, kids. And thanks, Saz, for stocking the bar with Jameson's. Happy 40th.
Congratulations, Saz, to 40 years. And looking forward to the next 40.
Okay, so does it get any cooler than this? We're down on South 2nd Street at the new catering location. Saz's is growing, 40 years strong. It's a great story. I think on a personal level, my wife and I love to come to the State Street location. That's kind of like, that's our corner bar. That's our place to go. On most Fridays, you'll see us there, kind of relaxing after a hectic week, having a beverage. Or in the summer, taking the shuttle to the Brewers game, or during the Marquette season, we can go down and see the Golden Eagles play as well. A lot of good memories around what is really a family environment. And you talk about family, I think when you look at the folks who serve you at State Street, and I think any location where Saz has his name attached to, you do get a sense that people like to work there, that they're part of a family. And I think that comes from the top, obviously. So on a personal level, we love Saz's, and 40 years is a great period of time to be in doing anything. I mean, to be in existence for 40 years takes a lot of stamina, a lot of endurance, and certainly a lot of dedication. And I think if you look at the Saz's name, you can see it downtown. You see it certainly when people have their weddings or catered events. People remember that name because it sticks with them. It was part of their experience. Lambeau Field, so many different places that people will remember Steve Sazama's name, and or if nothing else, certainly the Saz's. And I think ultimately, though, from a city standpoint, I think one of the great and fabulous stories is clearly the impact that he's had over these 40 years by the number of people, young women and men, who have had their first job working for Saz during the summer. And Steve, for that, thank you so very much. You have started folks off on the path to employment. You have given them an opportunity to work and to earn money. And you've started a lot of people's lives, their work lives, off on a great start. And, you know, when you say the finest, whether you're pouring it out of a bottle at home, okay, or whether you're having it at the great State House on State Street, or whether you're at a catered event, it all comes down to the same thing. There are very few people that do Milwaukee as well as you do it. There's very few people that are as great as ambassador to this city, and certainly anyone who goes into one of your establishments or leaves from one of your catered events has a great feeling about this city. So thank you for the 40 years that you and your family of employees have given this great city of Milwaukee, and here's to 40 more.
Happy anniversary, Saz. I hope you have a wonderful anniversary.
As Saz's social media coordinator, it's only fitting that I record my video in selfie mode. Congrats on 40 years, Saz. It has been an honor, privilege, and pleasure to share your story. Here's to the next 40.
Hey Saz, congratulations on 40 years. I think it might be time to redo the round bar. Oh wait, you did. Good thinking. Congratulations.
Saz, one side of the bar or the other. We've always been good friends, co-workers, always got along well together. A lot of good memories and a lot of good times. I hope they continue, and I wish you nothing but the finest and nothing but the best on your 40th. To you, Nancy, Casey, and the rest of the family, happy 40th, Saz. Thank you.
Hey Saz, this is Russ. Obviously we all know that I'm your famous golf instructor. I'm here to
give you congratulations for all the years you've spent in this business. I'm going to tell a little story today about how Saz's golf game really started. We were playing in a tournament out at Oconomowoc Golf Club, and during the first 4 holes, I actually witnessed you missing the ball 4 or 5 times in just the first 4 holes. And I remember at the next tee asking you, have you ever taken a golf lesson? And your answer to me was, yes, I've taken a lot of golf lessons. I just never understood them, so I just kind of paid and left. And I said, well, tomorrow we're going to start all over again and try to teach you how to play so you can stop the path you're on. So we started, and it actually changed my career because I teach people all over the country in corporate golf. And I decided that this level of golfer needed to be taught a little differently. So in all the years we've worked together, we've really never changed your golf swing, but what we did is try to make you understand the motion of what you were trying to do with your golf swing, and that the motion is simple and natural. And we got you to learn how to throw a ball underhanded, to sweep a broom, to swing a baseball bat, which all come very naturally to people, and you don't think about it. So you don't have a million little things like keep your head still, keep your eye down, keep your left arm straight. And shortly thereafterwards, you started to improve greatly because it became just simpler for you. Along the way, we taught you how to pitch the ball and chip the ball and putt the ball. And in the end, you became a very adequate golfer that today can play anywhere in the United States successfully and not worry about being embarrassed. But the real winner out of you learning how to play golf became the charity golf events in this area, because you now could play golf. You participated in so many golf events and so generously gave it your time, your effort, your heart to these tournaments, that they were the real winners. I've spent my life around the United States dealing with people at large corporations and how they handle local golf events, and I've never met anybody that gives more of his time, more of his effort, more of his heart than you and Nancy give to supporting these charity golf tournaments. So they became the real winners of it. And you obviously have your favorite charity events like the Variety Club, which you are greatly involved in, and recently the Luke Holman event, which I know is very close to your and Nancy's heart. But you also brought along some very important things like other vendors like Beer Capital, Edison Liquor, Reinhardt, Pepsi, and even the sports teams like the Milwaukee Admirals. So where you went, they went, and the charity events became the big winners because they just got to raise more money and become more successful because of you being involved in the event. So while it's safe for me to say that I'm really, really proud and happy that I'm your golf instructor, it is nothing compared to how happy I am to say that you are my friend.
Okay, we're live.
Are we rolling?
Yep.
We are live. All right, Chef Dan has inserted a new VHS tape in his unit. Chef, it's all good.
Okay,
So take two. No, keep going. Yeah, it's good. Says we're down here at Vogel Hall, Wilson Theater at Vogel Hall, at our newly constructed bar, which is has seen some varying stages of completion. We're getting very close to total fruition, and figured we'd start our love for the company and send our best wishes for a 40th anniversary. And I'd like to turn that over to whoever would like to speak next. And we'll say Karen.
Thanks, Saz. Happy 40th. Love to be part of this finest Sazama's Frankita.
That's the finest.
The finest.
All right. You took the words right out of Lynn's mouth, but I think she has a few more in there.
Happy 40th, Saz. The finest. Happy to be part of the crew.
Fantastic. All right. Mr. Holtz.
Saz, it's been great working with you. I'm looking forward to another 40 years.
Fantastic. All right.
Ditto. Happy 40th.
All right. So on behalf of the Sazama's team, we wish you well in all your future endeavors, and we're very proud to be part of the organization. And excellent synergy here between the Marcus Center and Sazama's Fine Catering. So how about a big cheer for Saz? Woo-hoo! Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate Saz on 40 years of being the finest. We've been neighbors on State Street for all these years. I've been here many times. We've always had a good time together. He's a great proprietor and a great friend.
Hello, Saz. 40 years of Saz's Steakhouse. Hard to believe. You must have started when you were 6. What I'd really like to do is thank you, though, for everything you've done for this community. You've made the life here in Milwaukee and the surrounding areas a lot better with your unlimited support of all the charities, the special events, Wisconsin State Fair, ethnic festivals, the list goes on, and your sports affiliations with the Milwaukee Bucks, the Brewers, the Green Bay Packers, and of course the Milwaukee Admirals. So all I want to say is thank you very much for everything you've done. 40 years. Congratulations to you and your lovely wife Nancy. And I know there's going to be many more with Casey capably in the wings. So again, happy 40th, my friend.
Hi everybody, I'm Sigmund Snopek. Latois. I'm here to celebrate with Saz his 40th anniversary, 40 years of making ribs. And boy, I had a lot of fun eating and playing at Saz's throughout the years, drinking after hours. I can't tell you the other things that we used to do. But how about my Jack Nicholson impersonation? Saz has always been a Brewers fan too. I see him at the ballpark a lot, and this is his favorite song. That's all right. If you love me, kill yourself. Kill yourself so I'll know. I waited so long for true love to find me, so give me a sign. Put strychnine in your wine. If you love me, slit your wrist. Write my name on your suicide note. I waited so long for true love to find me. Give me some proof. Throw yourself off a roof. If you care about us, fall in front of a bus. Your heart's full of love and stick your head in the oven. But shove all your cuddles and coos. Shove all your cuddles and coos. Shove it. Shove all your cuddles and coos. Shove all your cuddles and coos. I would take your heart with pride. Wait a minute. Boom, 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 boom. If I could have it in formaldehyde. I got the whatever happened to Romeo and Juliet blues. Whatever happened to Romeo and Juliet. If you love me, kill yourself. Kill yourself, so I'll know. I waited so long for true love to find me. Give me a sign, put strychnine in your wine. Shooby-doo-a, strychnine in your wine. Shooby-doo-a, sterno in your wine. Shooby-doo-a, Drano in your wine. Bang! All right, Saz, did you know that you can get a Saz baseball card? Saz is one of the big backers of my CD baseball, and his card is right in here. Oh, here's my cat. That's Angel. You can pick this up tonight even, or anytime on the internet. Or where is Saz's card? There he is. Saz. Pick up his card, and once again, happy 40th anniversary for Saz's, the best ribs in town. Bye-bye.
Saz, congratulations. I'm part of that group, that huge group that's laughed, smiled. That's your amazing thing, not the business and all that success, but that everybody's been around you, has laughed and smiled because of you. So thanks for all of that. You'll be the perfect Saz if you serve chili all year and get rid of that stupid bar dice rule. You're the best.
Hey Saz, Nellie here. Congratulations on 40 years. I was there when you opened. I'd come for lunch and drink beer with you all day instead of eating. What some great times we had. Went to the fairgrounds, remember? We'd bet on those pig races. You'd always take the one on the inside because it looked a lot like you. Inland was running a beer tent. He was drinking more beer than he was selling. What some great times. We raised a lot of money for the farmers. Congratulations, Saz. I love you. Come see me sometime, but don't go in the water. They might mistake you for a whale. Love you. Take care. Congratulations.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, dear Sazy. Happy anniversary to you.
Hello again, Saz. This is part 2. You can probably see part 1 also, but happy anniversary again, 40 years. I started with you a lot of hair about 40 pounds ago, which goes with their 40 anniversary thing. Anyway, it's been a pleasure working with you and for you over all these years. You're a good friend, and we've seen a lot of people come and go, but you've been terrific to work for, and I'll be here for many years after this, but happy anniversary.
Go ahead.
Happy 40th anniversary from the Harbor Master Restaurant, Hotel and the Key.
40 years, wow. It seems like just yesterday that Saz's, that hot bar opened. After 40 years, you're still going strong. You're a great Milwaukee institution. Hang in there. Keep going. Another 40 years.
Hiya, Zaz. Zaz. Upper management, our benefactor. Zaz, I was thinking, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm thinking that maybe you and I, we came out of the blocks just a little bit fast on a few of those days out at the State Fair back in the day. What do you think? Just a little bit fast. Anyway, congratulations on 40 years. There have been a lot of good times. Looking forward to 40 more. The finest.
Well, Saz, I hope you had as much fun watching it as they had making it.
Congratulations, Steve, on this great momentous anniversary, 40 years. That's a long, long time. I remember we go way, way back to basically birth. We're 1 year apart. Our dads were brothers, and we basically grew up together. My 2 older brothers were quite a bit older than me, so you were like a brother to me, and I would invite you along on family trips and vacations. And remember when you saved the life of little Tommy, the little child that fell off the pier. And so I always appreciated your friendship. You gave me a lot of good advice as being 1 year older as a teen. Gave me a lot of good advice about friends and family and girls. And I also appreciate that you give me half price at Saz's. That's very nice of you. But I love you as a brother, cousin, and wish you all the best.
Congratulations, Steve, on 40 years of being in business. Thank you for providing a great place to come and celebrate victory, commiserate loss, and thank you for providing the best ribs in the Midwest, and thank you for the best Tom and Jerry parties on Christmas Eve, and thank you for the great golf tournaments that we had bad scores and drank a lot of beer and vodka.
Hi Saz, it's Natalie, Catanese forward, and I wanted to say congratulations to you on all the success you've had over the years. Happy anniversary. You know, we met when I started working for you in 1985. I was 15 years old and had the privilege of staying with you and the Saz's team for 9 more years to do Summerfest and State Fair and many of the other festivals along the way. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to form my work ethic and serve as a leader within your organization. And it's funny because I started in 1985 and 19 years later in 2004, you were at my wedding. I feel like you've been there for me all the way. It's too hard to pick one favorite memory, but I do remember when you met Nancy and we'd talk about how much you liked her when I was working at Winterfest many, many years ago. And I also remember that you selected me to go to Washington, D.C. to work at a festival on the Mall. I'll never forget that trip. You're the best, Saz, and when I think back to the years that we worked together, I know that I met some amazing people. Many of those individuals are my closest friends today. So again, congratulations, and here's to many, many more. Cheers.
Saz, congratulations on 40 outstanding years in the restaurant business. 40 years. Most restaurants don't even get through the first few years. But you know what? As you've told me many times, your father taught you it doesn't cost you anything to smile and be nice to people. And you've made a living of smiling and being nice to people for 40 long years. Here's my American Express card. I take it everywhere. It's my Saz's loyalty card, and I think I'm still the leader in the clubhouse. But at the end of the day, you are, in the community, the local charitable organizations, and to everyone around you, the finest.
Congratulations. We love you, Saz.
Steve, first and foremost, I want to say congratulations on 40 years of success. It's truly amazing, really in any industry, but especially in our industry, it's remarkable. I want to thank you for 21 years of the 40 years being with you, and looking forward to many more and continued success. Thanks, Steve.
I'm just going to move the camera a little bit here. So. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Hey, happy 40th anniversary, Steve. I can't tell you how many times we've been to your restaurant, Marion and I, and all of us in Brookfield, enjoying those great ribs, the best in town, those mozzarella sticks. And I also want to thank you for all the times you helped me out at Summerfest with live shots and food, and also at State Fair, the Variety Club pig races. And then you were so nice you would provide food to the crew afterwards. And you know what? I still haven't been able to duplicate that barbecued shrimp you made up on that father-son trip years ago with Johnny and Casey. The boys and I devoured them like crazy. Again, Steve, happy 40th anniversary.
Wow, congratulations, Saz. It's only been 40 years. I can't believe it. I walked in those doors years ago thinking everybody was way too old for me, and now I'm considered one of the old goats. Well, at any rate, I want to thank you for all the years that I was employed at Saz's, and all the great friends that I've made through Saz's, and all the wonderful memories. You've really served the whole city of Milwaukee. I feel like so many people from Milwaukee have walked through the doors, and it's been wonderful. I appreciate all you've ever done for us, and congratulations. And all I can say is Saz is the finest, and carry on.
Hi, Saz. Congratulations. Can't believe 40 years of business. Wonderful. I want to thank you so very much for being such a great boss to all 5 of my children, Jody, Jill, Janine, Jeff, and John. And I really appreciate all the help that you've given them and all the things that you've done for them and our whole family. Thanks again for the millions and millions of good times that we've had together, and for being so especially kind and generous to my children. Thank you.
Hey Saz, Eric Krasovich here. Wanted to take this opportunity to wish you a happy 40th anniversary. Just getting ready to take off and fly from Florida to New York. Wanted to let you know that Saz's is always on my flights. Yep, you guessed it. That's an original issue 1991 Saz's State Fair shirt. It's one of my favorites. You know, I came into Saz's as a 14-year-old kid, and here it is 31 years later, and I'm still going strong and having fun every minute. You know, I've made a lot of great friends and have a lot of great memories over the years. From rolling mozzarella sticks in the Mott's truck, to cooking ribs outside and having you hand me $100 bills when it was really busy. Everything you've done for me over the years has been greatly appreciated. Once again, happy anniversary. Looking forward to seeing you at State Fair again this year. Congratulations, Saz. The finest.
Hi, Saz. This is Jamie Bowden, one of the 5 Bowdens that work for you. I started work in 1982 and worked about to 1989. Like Christopher and JoJo and Bridget, I worked for PEP also. Couple stories. I remember the first night I worked was the Sunday night that the Brewers beat the Baltimore Orioles to win the AL East. It was pretty nuts. Then they played the California Angels, lost the first 2 games, won the next 2, and then won the third in the, I think, 8th inning with a double that brought in Gantner. And Saz, then you broke out the champagne. And I still have a bottle of the finest champagne. Milwaukee Brewers, 1982, American League champs. Now, I really like this because I currently live in Glen Carbon, Illinois, which is 20 miles north of St. Louis. And I always say that in 1982, the best team did not win the World Series. I take a lot of crap down here. The only thing that is dear and dear to me, one day in 1986, I was bartending with my brother JoJo, and a couple young ladies came in, and I met a young lady named Carrie, and I ended up marrying her 3 years later. I have some pictures from the wedding, which you attended, Saz. I remember this too because the old gang, take a look at it. Buddha, Babe, Joe Sullivan, you sang a serenade to my wife, Carrie. It's been a blessed 27 years. Again, I'd like to wish you happy 40th and continued success.
I says, the finest.
Nothing but the finest. How many years?
40.
Wow.
I'm still glad I'm here and not there.
We'll
Happy
be back
anniversary.
soon.
Happy anniversary.
The finest. Happy.
Hey Saz, your story is a marketer's dream. You started from scratch and with the intent to provide stellar service in a comfortable setting. And based on that simple dream, you've created what some have referred to as an empire, but what is undoubtedly a Milwaukee staple. Perhaps more importantly, you've done it in a manner that has influenced the lives of so many. You've had a hand in creating memories, partnerships, jobs, careers, charity, and even romances. And you've stayed humble through all of it. Diving into the history that is Saz's through the creation of the new website and other marketing materials has been quite a trip. Compiling this video has as well. Listening to tale after tale of your generosity, humor, humility, and just general goodwill underscores the common thread that you're just plain good people. Even more so, you're an individual who's made a very clear impact on too many to count in Milwaukee and beyond. Cheers to you, Saz, for bringing your vision through 4 solid decades and making lives better along the way. I'm pleased to be able to share stories of Saz's past with others and also to take part in shaping the next 40. Cheers.
Hi Nancy and Saz, it's Brian Sporto Gilman here. As you can see, I'm wearing my professional Saz's University sweater here with the big S in the middle, and the S does stand for Sporto because of all the fun and sporting that we did while we were working together with everybody at Saz's. It was a great time, and as I'm thinking back, Nancy and Saz, how we first met back in 1989 in St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands, where I lived and worked for several years. You invited me over for dinner at the Super Bowl, and we had barbecue ribs, so that was a wonderful time. When I returned to the States back in 1992, I actually came to work right away immediately for you, and I worked at Cathedral Square at Winterfest from 92 to 95. At that same time, I was getting my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and from there I moved on. But I continued to work at Saz's for several years, as I still do now, whether it was working in the main kitchen on State Street or the catering in the basement at the time, where we did thousands of different parties, including having to make 1,000 BLTs for a Green Bay Packer game on a Sunday morning at County Stadium at the time, or whether it was working over at Quad Graphics, several locations that we had to put for thousands of people that we had to serve in 2 nights. That was a wonderful experience, big challenge, but we all made it through it and came through it, so that was wonderful. All the great and wonderful improvements you've made to the Saz's and the organization itself is really a true reflection on the success that you have had on the organization. And I did want to thank you and let you know I really appreciate all the opportunities that you gave me throughout the years. We've had a wonderful time working together. It's been 23 years since we first met each other, and I continue to enjoy it. Congratulations and happy anniversary on a 40th anniversary. And I look forward to seeing you again this year at the State Fair. So Nancy and Saz, again, happy anniversary. It's been wonderful, and I appreciate everything you've done for us, and I appreciate all the friendships that I was able to establish and still do have now because I've worked for your organization. Thank you.
Saz, it's Junior with Miller Coors. I hope you're well, and we want to just take a minute here to thank you and your family and your team and everybody that's been a part of Saz's for the last 40 years, for all your hard work, all of your business, but really ultimately your friendship and your partnership with Miller Brewing Company and now Miller Coors. We're so thankful we've had a chance to work with you at Summerfest, State Fair, Lambeau Field, obviously the restaurant. We've had nothing but good success with you, and I really think that over the 40 years, if I had to add it all up, I'll bet you've sold 1 million cases of Miller products in those 40 years between all the different events. So it's just a minute for us to say thank you. We look forward to the next 40 SAS, because this is not the end, my friend. This is where the beginning of the next 40 years for us goes. We're so thankful that we can continue to be here and partner with you as an organization, and we can't sell beer without you. And by gosh, you've been a great friend of ours. So for you, SAS, we announced Miller Time. It's Miller Time today, here on March 31st. It's always Miller Time at SAS's, and thank you very much for all you've done. I look forward to having a beer with you at your party. Have a great day, SAS. Thanks for everything.
Congratulations. I don't think people know how hard it is to do a restaurant for 35 years, and I do. But to make it even harder, you've done it for 40 years, and you're still going strong. So congratulations. You've done a great, great job. All the old restaurants, do you remember Sally's? You remember the Nantucket, Frenchie's, all these great, wonderful restaurants that we used to have here. You're still here and still doing a great job. So thank you very much. When think back to when you started this, Gerald Ford was president. The best show, the best movie of the year was Rocky. And I think All the President's Men. Also, Queen Elizabeth sent the first email she ever did. She sent the first email. So Steve, one of these days, you're going to have to tell us what she said to you. Thank you and congratulations.
Happy 40th anniversary, SAS. What a perfect time to make a few toasts for you and your 40 years. First of all, here's to you, SAS, for giving us so many great taste memories, not only at Summerfest, but at all of our festivals. Here's to you for probably selling and making more mozzarella marinara than anyone else in the whole world. Here's to giving us so many great memories at all of the brewer opening days. I'm guessing that more friendships were made at your Round Bar on those opening days of the brewer games than any friendships made anywhere. And speaking of Round Bar, thanks for raising the bar. And thanks especially to all those that helped you raise the bar. Thank you to Joe, thank you to Kurt, Casey, Matt, and Tim, and all of those that helped them raise your bar. Thank you to Nancy, who supported you over those 40 years and making you better. And thank you, SAS, for being the finest on so many ways. And on a personal note, I have to thank you for all of those Black Russians that you and I shared with Uncle David Barzak in the early years of Summerfest. And then I've got to thank you and Dennis Basie for those special closing night announcements that you made at Summerfest, which we really can't talk about. Thank you, happy 40th, and here's to another 40. Love you, SAS.
Hi, Steve and Nancy. Congratulations on the 35 years of your business, or 40 years now. You only have 60 more to go to be 100 like Pandles, but you'll make it. Don't worry about that. I'm sitting up here. I don't have cue cards like Jim did. I'm only going to do this in one take. Jim had 7 takes. So I want to say I've enjoyed joining you. Jim has helped us all get together with our golf. And one thing good about your golf game is you're only a little bit better than me, and I have something to shoot for. But unfortunately, Canute still plays us every time. So we can look forward to that next year. Hopefully we'll all get together. Congratulations on your anniversary, and have fun and enjoy it. Hi, Nancy and the family, and good luck.
Congratulations, SAS, on 40 years in the business. Way to go.
40 years, amazing. Thank you, SAS.
How you doing, Steve? Congratulations on 40 years. Wow. Amazing. What a dream you had back in March 1976. It's been my pleasure to be a part of it for the last 28 years. And it's been so much fun to watch our business grow. From the State House restaurant, of course, came SAS's festivals. From that came SAS's catering, SAS's Catering Lake Country, Sazama's Fine Catering, and of course, SAS's barbecue products. What a great family of restaurants and hospitality institutions that you've overseen for the last 40 years. You've hired some great people, but really it's about you. It's about your philosophy that's serving great food at reasonable prices, great drinks, and lots of them. And it's all about the people. It's all about the relationships. It's all about giving back to the community. And it's all about the employees who've gotten us this far. Those are the words that I hear when you speak. It's evident that you really believe those things. And that's why Saz's has become a success for the last 40 years. I know personally I'm honored to have the partnership that we have with yourself and Casey and Kurt. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be taking over the baton and moving the company forward for hopefully another 40 years. It's been my sincere honor and pleasure to work with you, work for you, have you as a friend and a mentor over the last 28 years of my life. I cannot tell you how important it was that day we met 28 years ago when I, as a 21-year-old kid, was given an opportunity with Saz's. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Saz, and best of luck, and most definitely, happy 40th.
Hey Saz, everyone here at Malott Distributing would like to wish you happy 40 years in business to you and your entire family and staff. Proud meat supplier, and I don't think anyone has more passion for pork than you, except maybe us. Just proud to be a partner, and I guess if I were to share something that we love about your company and ours is we're both family businesses. We both got our start, you and my dad, much the same way, and still today carry the same values. We are nothing but quality, as are you, and we give a lot back to the community, just like you. So proud to be part of this and look forward to be a longtime partner. Thank you for everything.
Greetings from Chippewa Falls and the Lining Lodge. Dick Leinenkugel here, congratulating you, Saz, on a terrific 40 years in business. Wow, fantastic. You know, next year we celebrate our 150th year in Chippewa Falls, and we expect you, Saz, and in fact the entire team at Saz's, to join us up here. Cheers.
No, this is precious. The party's over. It's time to call it a day. Happy 40th, Saz!
Happy 40th, Saz!
Our livers, thank you for